Welcome back to Banks versus Davis. This is an emergency episode of the pod. I mean, we used to drop on Saturdays, but this is a real emergency. Tomorrow's episode should be planned as normal with Mimi Shells, aka the Wrestling Sheik, joining us to talk winning time. Um, but something happened today. Banks, I mean, it was a nice, quiet Saturday for me. I was just sitting around making BRP videos, not doing nothing. What about you? What were you doing until we got started?
All I do is record people. Do y'all understand this? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I good? Okay, people. This is all I do. Is record all day. You see my eyes? All I do is record.
Yeah, you
It's
got
a
Michael Jordan eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So that should tell you everything. It's a meme that I'm going to show. It says, when somebody asks you, what are you doing? Living out my life the same day, all day. I do the same thing. I have no life. But I do got Michael Jordan eyes.
Yeah. Speaking of Michael Jordan, the second episode we ever did, you and I talked about something that was brought up to you by, I think, a friend of yours, you had said. And it was something I was interested in talking about, and that's how we continue to keep podding, really. It was Michael Jordan versus Tom Cruise. Who was the bigger psychopath? That's the second episode of the BBD pod, Banks versus Davis. It was a different name back then, but it's called Scientology Juice in the feed. Go ahead and check it out. And I think I had made the case why Tom Cruise probably was more, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But at the end of the day, Michael Jordan was just a psychotic as well. But no, I mean, it's a nice, quiet Saturday. I'm just on Twitter and I see something. I see what is an actual trailer for the upcoming Mission Impossible movie. Someone said, like, this Mission Impossible trailer just dropped and has just leaked. No one's talking about it or no one's realized it. And I'm like, all right, bullshit. Like, I open it and the sound's weird. It's just a bunch of like, oh my god, this is probably just set pics and set footage that they've kind of doctored look well. But like after the first 20 seconds, you're like, wait a minute, this seems real. Or like shit taken from other movies. Remember back in the day when they would trick you, like this movie, like there was a fucking Thundercats one where they just like, do you remember that where they had like Vin Diesel and Hugh Jackman, and they just like took, I think, XXX and Wolverine clips, Chronicles of Riddick clips, and then put CGI photoshopped Thundercat skin onto them. Fake trailers back then used to piss me off. It's kind of like how when you want to watch a wrestling match on YouTube and it's a fucking 2K match instead. It's like, oh, you got me again.
Or some toys. Yeah.
That was worse back. Yeah, that was even worse back then in the same era of like early YouTube when I'm trying to find like, how can I find this match? It's like, oh no, I don't want to watch your action figures. Like,
hey, shouts out to Daily Motion and this other website I found that I put you onto. They got all of them.
Oh, I know a few. I know a few.
Yeah.
But
shouts out to WeTransfer as well and the SD card. I got a lot of wrestling.
But no, like I'm watching this trailer, and again, it's legit, and like the sound seems kind of low because again, they probably ripped it from somewhere else. But it's actual like dialogue. It's like actual. Like this is the actual trailer. It just seems somewhat doctored in a way where like it was probably like played before somewhere and they took it right off. And this movie looks fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget the second time we talked about Tom Cruise was in the episode titled "We Are Not Shutting This Fucking Movie Down," in which we had dissected his 2-minute and 20-second pipe bomb about how he and the crew of Mission Impossible 7/8, because it's part 1 and part 2, were saving Hollywood and also saving the world because they were making this movie. They were putting food on the table. They were keeping people employed in Hollywood. He's like, I am on calls with studios back in America. And we don't even know if we're going to be able to make it to the next year. And like people say, like he was justified in this rant because Tom Cruise is someone in the past. I mean, he's a very problematic figure. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. He's again a legit psychopath, a lunatic. But in this event, he's like, wear your fucking masks. If you got COVID, get the fuck out of here. He was just like, this isn't a game. Like, it's a big deal. Like, and we're in another country. We only have limited time to shoot. And this, that. And like what they have shot. Fuck. I mean, I had to save this trailer to my phone because I'm just going to watch it on repeat because it's.
You want to take some clips from it?
No, I mean, I'm just gonna watch it and kind of like break it down. But what did you think? Because you saw me tweet it and then you responded and you were just like, bruh.
As I always do. I'm never gonna respond on a timeline unless it's to troll somebody or just to bring up something. So I saw it. I saw Davis tweet about it, and it was like, "Well, this trailer leaked," and I'm just like, he didn't say that, but the person that actually tweeted said it, and I was like, I saw Skydance, and I said, okay, I kind of know what this is already.
Mm-hmm.
Then I looked at this trailer. The first frame told me everything I needed to know. See, first impressions is everything, everybody. I saw that and I finished the trailer and I said, Davis, this is it. And then people, you got to realize too, this is just part one.
Yeah. So I'm watching it right now.
That's the main thing.
It's Paramount Skydance, which is David Ellison's company. And you see a horse running through the desert. And then again, shots, cars driving. There's like
the Arabian Night thing has made me say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, you can tell that Chris McQuarrie, who is the writer director of the franchise now, it's the two franchises that have mattered most in the last 12 years are the ones that are kind of low key the biggest rivals with each other. And Chris McQuarrie has kind of said it in a way, and it's the one franchise we love together, being the Fast and Furious franchise. Mm-hmm. And the other franchise is the Mission Impossible franchise. The only difference really is the output. Mission Impossible had 3 movies last decade. Fast and Furious had Fast 5, Fast 6, Fast 7, Fast 8, Hobbs and Shaw. It's because, I mean, we can also discuss the streamline effect that Universal has. And someone like Tom Cruise, who once Ghost Protocol was kind of saved at the last second by Chris McQuarrie, wanted him to come aboard and shepherd this franchise, like how Justin Lin came aboard and shepherded the franchise from Tokyo Drift through Fast 6.
Right.
And he directed Rogue Nation and co-wrote it with Drew Pearce, who co-wrote Hobbs and Shaw. And then McQuarrie just single-handedly wrote and directed Fallout himself, and then these last 2. Dead Reckoning Part 1 and then Dead Reckoning Part 2, which, again, they filmed simultaneously. They're just doing what they did with The Matrix, Reloaded, and Revolutions, releasing it one now and the other later. But yeah, and I think you can tell that, like I said, Arabian Nights failed Lawrence of Arabia, like this gigantic movie in scope that Chris McQuarrie wanted to make, because he's one of my favorite people to hear talk on podcasts. He's done a few in the past where he's broken down Rogue Nation and Fallout. And he says, like, I can never make the movies I want to make. Mm-hmm. But I have this relationship with Tom Cruise where I'm allowed to make these movies my way.
Or the highway.
Basically, he wants to make like a movie about John Wilkes Booth. He wants to make this movie about this military operation, like The Last Mission. He had these scripts that he wrote himself. He got his rise in Hollywood by writing The Usual Suspects and winning an Oscar for it. Mm-hmm. And since then, he kind of had an up and down career. But he co-wrote the upcoming Top Gun Maverick. He's by teaming with Tom Cruise after Ghost Protocol, and they also linked together on Valkyrie, a script that he wrote and wanted to direct, but he wasn't allowed to direct because he wasn't a name. Bryan Singer, who directed Usual Suspects, and someone he was close with at the time, said, like, I can make this movie for you because they won't allow you to make it, but I want you to be part of this process. And then he became close to Tom Cruise. They made Ghost Protocol, Jack Reacher, and then have made Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible, Fallout. Chris McQuarrie kind of co-wrote parts of Live, Die, Repeat, aka Edge of Tomorrow, mm-hmm. which is a movie that bombed that everyone loves. Okay. Chris McQuarrie was brought on to try to save the mummy, but there was no saving. And he kind of said that subtly on a podcast where he'd said, there's a movie coming out with our first-time director, and I was trying to help them in this, and they were too inexperienced to know that they were beyond the point of fixing this. And they brought me on to try to help been Chris McQuarrie trying to subtly say that Alex Kurtzman, the director of The Mummy, was in over in his head, and that's why that's the worst movie Tom Cruise has ever made. I actually saw The Mummy in the theater, and I was
The
kind of
Mummy? Oh, that's kind of a reach. It was a bad movie, but it wasn't that bad.
Oh no, it's that bad. Try rewatching it.
I want to say in 2020, like, so anybody that hasn't seen The Mummy, that chase scene in the beginning is signature Tom Cruise, which you think is going to set the tone for the movie, and it goes a totally different direction.
It becomes
So
like a
this is
wacky comedy where he's like, "I'm kind of dead, but I'm alive."
yeah, which is wild. But this is a callback, people. For those that watch wrestling, you understand that terminology. Me and Davis talked about it. I can't remember the episode, so maybe it's not a callback. But we talked about how that was supposed to be like the monster universe, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I was kind of hyped for. That Universal, they after they have Fast Five going, they want to have another franchise, and they were like, "We have all these Universal monsters: Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, the Mummy. We can do these movies and link them all together at the end, where they either team up and try to take over the world, or they fight each other in like a Kong Godzilla kind of way." And it lived and died on the Mummy alone. Since then, they've made these individual ones like the Invisible Man, the upcoming Ryan Gosling Wolfman movie, the upcoming Dracula movie. Not the one that Nick Cage is doing, a different one. And
Forgot that's even coming out.
There was supposed to be a Bride of Frankenstein movie as well with Angelina Jolie. There was a whole bunch of shit going on. Like, there's a famous picture of Tom Cruise, Javier Bardem, Sophia Boutella, Johnny Depp, and Russell Crowe. And it was going to be like this. It was supposed to be like that. This is our Avengers. And it didn't fucking happen. So Tom Cruise has to kind of somewhat stay relevant. He won't ever do a superhero movie is what it looks like. The Dark Universe. And who was supposed to shepherd that franchise was Chris Morgan, the writer of the Fast and Furious movies. He was brought on to be like the Joss Whedon, Chris Marcus and Stephen McFeely, or I mixed those names up. I think I got them correctly. Marcus McFeely, who did the Captain America series and the last two Avengers movies. Chris Morgan was supposed to be the main writer for those. In a way, or at least one of the key figures involved, along with Alex Kurtzman. And it just
not to cut you off. Wasn't it supposed to be a Van Helsing 2 or a reboot?
It was basically like, and I had an idea like how you should do this. Maybe I'll tweet about it after the episode's done. Like my idea of what they should have done.
Van Helsing is one of the greatest movies of all time, too. People. The
one with Hugh Jackman.
Yes, masterpiece.
Are you, like Daycook said, are you out of your fucking mind?
Here we go. What was the problem with it?
The whole thing. And you know who made that is Steven Summers, who did the original The Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
That explains everything. See, I didn't even know that. That's another classic.
And he did the G.I. Joe one with Marlon Wayans.
That's different.
Why?
I actually watched that. I went to the movies to see that one, though.
So did I. I was 14. Big Mike took me to see that.
Yeah, I think I was like 17, 18. A little bit older.
But they're supposed to do Van Helsing, again, The Creature of the Black Lagoon, all of this. And it didn't pan out. So Tom Cruise, like... Which what? Go ahead.
This is a random thought. Why not just make all these into a TV show now? I don't know. What app does Universal have streaming-wise that they own?
Peacock.
There we go. Why not bring it back?
No, they're doing what DC's trying to do now, where it's like, we're going to make these movies, they just won't be connected. Which is what they should have done from the start.
No, but because you had to cash in. So it's like, what's going on? Not to cut you off, but it's going on right now with the Super Mario animated movie. It's a rumor that that's going to start the Smash Brothers franchise. The one that Chris Pratt is doing the voice for. Charlie is doing Luigi, and I think Seth Rogen is supposed to be Bowser. Yeah, I think it's a rumor that it's supposed to start the Smash Brothers thing. That's where we are. Blame Marvel for it. So everybody's like, "Oh, the Marvel movie's not getting
that's
good
a whole
reviews."
Right? See, no. we'll have to have again another discussion about the MCU and whose fault is it, because yeah, it's the MCU's fault, but then DC got pissed because the Avengers came out the same year as The Dark Knight was finishing its trilogy, and Chris Nolan's like, I'm not doing this anymore, and DC's like, but we need someone to do what they're doing. And then they were like, Zack Snyder, you seem like someone who's good enough. And Zack Snyder's like, the wrong choice for a guy to shepherd stuff like that.
Right.
And then they tried to, again, they planned ahead. The thing with DC, it was very much like Cobra and G.I. Joe. They had good figures, like good characters, just poor leadership. It's like you have all these great characters, and your decision to like lead them in this direction is just horrible. Like, so like the way Justice League is supposed to happen, and then Wonder Woman 1984 happens, and it's just like not even acknowledged.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. All of these movies are trying to make offshoots. Like they say, universe is just an offshoot to something. It's DLC for movies. Like this Fast and the Furious movie with Charlize Theron's character. That's DLC.
Well, that won't even come out now. The one where they said it's just supposed to be all women, they won't make that movie now.
Ain't got good.
Because they've realized, based off how I think Hobbs and Shaw was not as successful as they thought it would be, because like I said, Dwayne Johnson isn't.
Here we go.
No, I'm saying he isn't Mr. Box Office. Isn't Mr. Box Office like everyone says.
And I'm wearing green. I'm the Luigi of this podcast, I think.
And then the way F9 was just like, ooh, these guys have they've lost it now. It was bad. They were like, we were giving them the benefit of the doubt with Fast 8, Fate of the Furious, and they're like, but after Fast 9, they're like, yeah. Again, the whole like, he has a brother the whole time, and then Han was actually alive.
Can we you want to give an update about Fast 10?
Let's press pause on Mission Impossible, because we'll get back to it, because again, I hope it probably, no, go back to the two of us, because I hope that this trailer dropped. It probably dropped because it's linked to Top Gun Maverick coming up, which we'll be talking about next week.
Yes, you've seen the reviews for it so far?
Oh yeah, they say it's fantastic.
Yeah,
you know why? Because Tom Cruise is fucking back. Like,
I think so. That's not a hot take. That's pretty good take, bro.
No, I mean like legit back in terms of like there hasn't been a Tom Cruise movie in 4 years, but since the last Mission Impossible movie.
But he on the roll.
Because he was making Top Gun, and then he was making these 2 movies, and COVID happened. He went to fucking watch England and was it France who beat them? And at the Euros last year, and then he went to the fucking Dodger Giant game where he didn't look like Tom Cruise or like, yeah.
Didn't he meet up with Danny Glover? I swear Danny Glover was there and they met up, because that's when I was like, damn, he looked old, and you got mad at me. I said, but he stressed out, bro. That's why.
No, I think that was a bad day in the de-aging chamber. I think the settings are off that day.
Yeah, he didn't have enough blood.
Because look at him on the red carpet for Top Gun Maverick, and he looks. It's like, my God, this guy hasn't aged a day.
We see.
But no, so this trailer is probably linked to Top Gun Maverick, which is in theaters next week, and which is what we'll be talking about next week.
Also, when they say a leak, that means the studio put it out. So you're right.
Again, and like this looks finished, but not the finished version. Like I said, just because the way the audio levels are and all that, and it's foreign subtitles underneath it. So it's like this is playing elsewhere because it's attached to a movie, just like how I think we'd said it last week when we talked about Doctor Strange, but like before Doctor Strange, there were already the rumors that we will be seeing our first look of Avatar 2.
All right, pass.
And then we had said, but we don't want to see the first look at Avatar 2.
No, bro, he looked old.
But not as bad as he did at that Giants Dodger game.
Yeah, but nah. I mean, he's 54 too, so people can't be like, well, he's looking old. Yeah, he's 54 years old doing his own stuff.
But still, like, when you think of, like, again, math is 54. Look at...
No, he's 65. His teeth 82.
You don't look... Again.
That's an angle.
Granted.
I'll show you the angle. I just seen pause.
Well, I know, but granted, I don't know how he's also saved his hair. Good for him.
That's easy.
Like, it...
You can
like,
do that.
It's never shown signs of receding or anything from my. I'm a big Tom Cruise guy, like I said before, but like
you got to get some pointers on him. I think white dudes. That's the thing about y'all. Y'all don't care too much about hair because
oh no, I do.
I've seen some dude. Well, you be around black people, so of course you got to care. You be around
No, but
us.
that's why
We
I
live
say
rough.
like
We live raw. Told you about hanging with black people. You gonna get yourself killed.
But no, that's why I'm always like I always read like how like what are the hair loss causes? It's like it can be your family genes or like wearing hats. That's why I'm always like I only wear hats in certain scenarios, and I'm always cautious afterwards. That's why I'll go like I wear a hat for a day, I won't wear a hat for like 2 weeks afterwards, or I only wear it for like 20 minutes, take it off, and then be like, okay, what's it? Okay, it's looking all right.
Bro, all right. Don't play that. I think you're gonna be all right. The people that go bald are the people that talk about bald people.
But I always say like I'll know I'll be able to cheat and do the Finn Balor. Like I can do the brush up in the front. Like I can do that. What John Moxley was kind of doing for a bit. I can do that for. Again, I'm only 27, so I'm still good.
Side note to another side note. Then we're gonna get back to Mission Impossible. Did you see my tweet? No. Okay. Anybody that follows me on Twitter, all 10 people, especially the ones that watch wrestling, I've been converted. I believe in them now.
Who?
Dean Ambrose. I'm a fan now. It took me
Oh.
yes. Miracles happen, people.
What was your beef before, or what was your issue?
I didn't like the whole fucking to the rope.
Oh, the Nigel
Clothesline
McGuinness
shit. Yeah, all this.
But Nigel McGuinness did that. You didn't like Nigel McGuinness?
It's Nigel McGuinness. He can do that.
What about Kyle O'Reilly? Is that why you don't like him either?
I never. Wait, what?
I know. I'm just like.
I'm about to say, when did that come about? I never said that in my life about Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm just trying to catch you off guard. Be like, wait, what?
I'll say I'm not a huge fan of Bobby Fish, but I wouldn't slander him.
Well, yeah, I mean it's Bobby
Kyle
Fish.
O'Reilly. In that folder I got, you know what I mean? Incel Kyle O'Reilly matches I got in there.
Bobby Fish is literally like,
Bobby Lashley.
I know I had for you. I was almost like, were you saying Bobby Lashley? But no, Bobby Fish is literally like, no one asked you. Whenever he speaks up, that's Bobby Fish. Like,
well, him and Matt the same age too.
But no. So in terms of Fast and Furious, to get back to that, I've sent you the videos of the set the last 2 weeks. It looks like they're having a grand old time on the Fast X set. Like,
hey man, just know. All right. So if anybody, this man, he follows Van Diesel on Twitter or on Instagram, right?
I don't.
Or you just do the bookmark thing like I do. Like I don't want to follow you.
Yeah, I check. I think I used to. No, I never really did, but I would always check because I'd be like, let me see what are the updates on.
Relax, Antonio.
I was like, what are the updates on this movie? So like, obviously,
he's the only person updating it though, which is hilarious, by the way.
Well, no, I know because I follow the Fast and Furious Instagram page, and like they'll like repost Vin Diesel stuff sometimes. Like that's how I saw the Justin Lin clip. That's I'm like,
he's the only person that cares. That's why.
I'm like, Justin Lin ain't looking like he's having any. We know what happens. We talked about it with Keeks, and then we did the emergency episode about that.
I ain't gonna be here. He did the Magic Johnson.
And then we see him on set with Jason Momoa. And Jason Momoa is a guy who I think again can just fake enthusiasm, but I also think he is a guy who just is like always enthusiastic.
Hey man, also Jason Momoa, he's fat.
You think he I ain't gonna call fat, but he's not like in shape like how he was yet.
He ain't in shape no more. Hey, the checks I'm gonna keep saying it. Every time you say a name, the check's cleared. Because they telling me everything I need to know.
Well, plus he's Aquaman and he gets to like wear the suit now. Like he gets to like cover it up with the armor.
When is he gonna stop acting like Aquaman on everything he does though?
No, that's why his Aquaman acts like him. He only knows how to act like I said, like James Hetfield, like yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you Aquaman.
Master. That's how Jason Momoa acts. He acts like he's the front man of Metallica. Like,
which one is more mid though?
Definitely Jason Momoa. Because even when you watch Some Kind of Monster, the great documentary about Metallica, you see that like James Hetfield is Metallica at the end of the day. Like they need him to keep going.
Like this franchise needs Vin Diesel to keep going, or
No,
like this
it's like
franchise needs
like
a Tom Cruise. Obviously,
no, like it's like no. That's in Mission Impossible needs Tom Cruise to keep going. Vin Diesel needs Fast and Furious to keep going, and that's what we'll get to in a minute. But
wait, what? He was in the game? I think that's a show with Tia Mowry or something like that.
put that on again.
The football show that was on BET.
I can't remember. No.
You don't remember that show?
I think I only watched the first 2 seasons of that, but I wouldn't be too surprised.
Wait, you watched 2 seasons of that? I didn't even watch 2 episodes.
Well, I mean, I would like catch it on the CW like when I could.
Y'all see how I be learning stuff about this man every time we talk? Like, huh? I didn't even watch the game. You a better man than me. Shouts out to the moms on there. I'll just say that.
Oh, Wendy Raquel Robinson, yeah, my girl. When she was showed up as Issa Rae's mom and Insecure on the on that episode, I was like, yes.
Yo, this is a different dude, son. This dude is different. Y'all see this shit?
She was perfect casting as Issa's mom. When she showed up, I'm like, who's gonna play Issa's mom? Because they teased it with the episode of her and her brother going to Thanksgiving. She was also the mom on Dear White People. Those 2-3 episodes.
I think she from LA too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna find out. That was Elite TV. That's what I'm saying, Ken. Look, how you know about the game? And Van said it. I learned something about y'all learning stuff about Davis. I learned something every week. I'm legit. I had no interest in watching the game. I know the dude was cheap as hell. He was like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
He is a football player too. Y'all gotta understand.
He was a football player with a white wife. He knew what was coming.
Yeah, that was a work though. Apparently, I found that out recently. That's all the work.
What?
He ain't got no white wife.
No, I mean on the show, like he was mindful of like, listen, I'm gonna get CTE, and this white one's probably gonna divorce me. Like, let's keep.
It was one of them twins from White Chicks.
It was the girl from White Chicks, yeah.
You know, Keenan was dating one of them, right? Keenan Ivory Wayans.
I don't know. I was like Kenan Thompson, like.
Nah, Kenan Thompson actually got into it with Mike Tyson about a word. Yeah, they got into it on the show. Oh, and Mike Tyson did the whole, you know how Mike Tyson go, Mike Tyson, who are you to tell me who the fuck I am?
Oh, when he was on What's Up With That?
No. This was on Mike Tyson's podcast. That comes out like every 2 months, but still. Kenan was on that, and he was like, bro, don't say that word. And we'll do. Mike Tyson, who the fuck are you to say I can't say that word?
Yeah, I get it. It's like the guy in the plane, like, did you not know who you were stepping to? Like,
but Keenan held his own. Keenan, he was like, bro, you thought I'm just serving hamburgers at the Good Burger? No, motherfucker, I got heart too. You ever seen
He's
Good
like,
Burger?
why do you think Kel's gone?
Hey, man, never mind.
No, I know.
I'm about to say something I heard about Kel, and I love Kel.
No, I think you might have told me this before. I think you might have told me off air if I kind of remember.
You gotta always trust the people that believe in the Lord later on in life.
Yeah.
They see some shit. Like, yo, if y'all ever see Tom Cruise thumping the Bible, this man has seen some shit.
Well, see, that's why. Okay. So, like I said, Tom Cruise. They tried to get Tom Cruise out of Mission Impossible. Let's not forget that they saw Jeremy Renner coming up, and Tom Cruise said, "I know that's not who I think it is." Like him. They wanted to give him Mission Impossible, and Tom Cruise is like treating him like Scotty Burrell. Like, nope.
Didn't they try to treat him like or they try to make him boring as well?
And then right after he loses the power struggle, he's like, you know what? Let me go try to get Jason Bourne. 4 years later, Matt Damon comes back and is like, get your fucking hands off me. This is my shit. And then again, that's why Jeremy Renner probably is so. That's why I'm like, we talked about this about Hawkeye and why like no one should be mad that Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye is so serious compared to like there's a certain woman listening right now who is like gonna beat my ass as soon as she hears this.
About
because the
Hawkeye?
movie.
Cause she ain't got no good taste in no TV. That's why.
But regardless, the reason, like I said, like the reason Jeremy Renner probably so like downtrodden, not like upbeat and funny as Hawkeye is because he lost Mission Impossible, he lost Jason Bourne, and then he shows up in the Avengers and it has to be the guy that shoots arrows. Like that's already the joke within itself. There was a good SNL sketch that he was a part of because he was the host that week where he's like, and they're like, Hawkeye, kill that one. He's like, I can't. And I'm like, why? He's like, I'm out of arrows. And they're like, what do you mean you're out of arrows? He's like, I use all my arrows. He's like, but how many did you kill? He's like, yeah, I killed like 11 bad guys. That's like good enough. It's
Yo,
again,
this is why I never like Hawkeye or Green Arrow. Bruh, you can't kill me with archery. I know that was big back in the day, and then I know it's big on Zelda
Who
shouts
you,
out.
Robin Hood?
Yeah, bro. Like the only time I ever fucked with that was Robin Hood and tights in the Legend of Zelda franchise. Like, bro, if you kill me with a bow and arrow, even though that's the original like M16, not M16, but that's like an original
Yeah,
assault
I mean,
rifle,
the drive-bys back then were on horseback. Like, come on.
bro, I'll be mad as shit at God. Like, I can't eat pork because you can't cook it properly. They ain't had no seasoning. We don't wash properly because they ain't got no bathtubs back then. Probably they probably had to go by the lake and wash their ass, and they ain't had no soap back in the day. If I get shot with an arrow and this is my life, hey man, I got a problem.
Mhm. I think it was the Huns. They had the weird technique of like shooting down and running with horseback. You know what I mean? Like they would like bend themselves.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
the Legend of Zelda Skyward is it Skyward Sword or it's the last one that came out. I'm a huge fan of the franchise. I ain't like Cody Rhodes. I ain't that deep into it, pause. But I think my son do shoot like this on the side of
Yeah,
Etna.
kind of what they were doing in Wonder Woman, the first one.
Antonio, you just like Stephen Amell. Just keep it a book.
But no, like so Tom Cruise saw after the franchise was kind of down in the dumps after the third one, even though the third one's my favorite Mission Impossible movie. Halfway through the making of the fourth, they were like trying to give Jeremy Renner some shine, and like I said, he was like he was basically Brett Favre and Rogers. Like I ain't helping out this rookie. I ain't gonna be
That
the good helpful vet.
that was Fallout. Or which one was that one from
That's
06?
Ghost. That's Ghost. Mission Impossible 3 is '06. The one that Jeremy Renner first showed up in this Ghost Protocol. That's the one that Brad Bird directed, and like I said, had all the trouble at the last second, where they basically almost had a completely different script by the time the movie was done.
Hmm. The
Um,
third one, the most I remember from it, I liked it actually. To be honest, the best thing about that was the Kanye West song on there.
we've talked about this numerous times
Bro,
because
that
like they
song is fucking amazing. That's why the drums was horrible, but that song
no,
is fire.
no, because I'm like this one's the best one because it has Philip Seymour Hoffman and it has a good opening with like the um I just put a bomb in your head. He's like seven,
Seven.
and you really get to see like Tom Cruise act when he's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
no. And that movie's about like Tom Cruise in a way. There's a good YouTube series. We'll link to it by this guy Patrick H. Willems who like breaks down the Mission Impossible franchise. Um,
I need to see that. And that's
and
when
he's like,
Tom Cruise is bugging out too.
that's what I'm saying. He's like, at this time, this is Tom Cruise. Like, he has Michelle Monaghan in this movie, basically playing Katie Holmes in a way. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna save me from all this craziness. And then 5 years later, Katie Holmes and him are kind of done, and then Tom Cruise is, and again, like she's not in that movie until like the last scene, which they had filmed because it was a good thing. But like a good post credits teaser, like, oh, she's not actually dead like they said she was. And Tom Cruise, like, you know why my marriage didn't work? Because I'm too committed to my job. Just like how Ethan Hunt's too committed to saving the world. Tom Cruise, like, I'm too committed to fucking making these movies because even though why he doesn't watch movies, even though he says he does, like he had said years ago, like he watches a movie every day. But there are always like people speculate this man has probably never heard music. They believe like he never watches any movies.
He's heard music. He
I don't
did.
believe.
The Young Jock at Pop
No,
at
I
106
mean
Park.
like all right, because I shared this a few like what was it, a week or two ago when he lip syncs to The Weeknd's "I Can't Feel My Face." He had the way he acts about lip syncing over it. It's like he had heard the song that day. they're like Jimmy Fallon's like, hey Tom, would you like to lip sync to all right, when I say he doesn't listen to music that he probably didn't grow up listening to. That's what I should say.
I think he
Because
listened
like
to rap.
then
He
he
knew that
lip
Young
syncs.
Jock song. He did
No,
the
like they
dance
played
well.
it like Ben Stiller's like Tom, I want you to dance to this Ludacris song.
He
And
probably listened to that shit.
no, Tom Cruise just probably has like against this is an alien. He's just like comprehends it. Like it's like, yeah, like what like he
Fuck around,
again
go
like
to his. He looked like he a Spotify guy because he's swaggerless. Like, you know what I mean? The real people with swag, we got title.
according to Chris McQuarrie, he has like a whole fucking warehouse full of records, vinyl records. But I think but I only think he has it for like a human thing is to collect stuff. I collect records. Like I don't believe he plays it. Like
what if he got he got a Das Effect collection in his room or whatever storage. He's got a bunch of Das Effect. He got Lords of the Underground. I know you understand this. Van, you ain't here still, probably. You know who that is. Because Van is another one that's secretly like 40, 50 years old. He just hide it behind a baby face. In ways.
But no, I think like everyone speculates like this guy is an alien again, not just because of the Scientology part, just like the way he acts, and it's just again there was all the controversy, speculation that he was gay, and then like he's like, no, look at me, I'm with Nicole Kidman. You think I'm gay? He's like, yeah, okay, like and then like they get divorced, and then was like, well,
you trying to get us killed, bro?
No, I'm just like he's a guy.
I remember the rumors, but damn, you trying to get us up out of here.
Well, no, it's just like I think that's why he's so hell bent on like being the greatest stuntman actor of all time, because like he has to be. No, I'm saying like I think that's why he wants to do this still at 50 plus years old, because he's like everything I ever did in the 80s and 90s, in the 2000s. Well, because he hasn't been as controversial since the 2010s, at least if I'm not mistaken. Like he really just stuck like, I'm just gonna make movies and everyone's gonna like me. And they're like, you know what? We're willing to like reconcile that you're a crazy motherfucker, but damn, do you make good movies? And for a lot of times he was like, I worked for Scorsese, I worked with De Palma, Michael Mann, Barry Levinson. He was, Cameron Crowe, Stanley Kubrick before Stanley Kubrick died. He was working with the top tier directors, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm just gonna make Mission Impossible movies or movies similar to Mission Impossible. And that's why we have this. And to get back to this trailer, it has a crazy chase scene through Italy that will literally probably be better than any car chase scene in Fast X. And it's crazy because the way the cameras are fucking moving and flying as he's driving in this fucking yellow small car with Agent Carter herself, Haley Atwell, who he was allegedly banging on the set.
I ain't mad at him, but even though she was wilding, was she wilding last year or something like that? She said, I don't care. No, I'm with you, but we can't say the name because the YouTube channel I was watching, they said even if you hint at they will pull the video. So, you know what I mean? Wasn't she saying, you feel me? I don't want to get right with the get right?
Because she was on set with him. So it's not like he could be yelling at everyone and be like, what about your girl? And he's like, shut up.
Like, I'm going to take care of it. What Kate I just said to Dr. Sabi, should I go Dr. Sabi or lay in the bed for 2 weeks? Kyrie trick y'all. So is that what he said? He put her on the Dr. Sabi medicine?
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, man. He definitely was like, hey, man, I'm going to hold it down.
You act like I listened to fucking Mr. Morale and the fucking Big Steppers or whatever it was.
It don't matter. Just understand.
But no, I'm playing back this trailer again. Tom Cruise is kicking ass.
This man doing a play-by-play like John.
No. Like I'm saying, so Henry Czerny showed up. He's the Kittredge in the first one. Again, they have like a SWAT raid during this fucking desert. Rebecca Ferguson is back as Ilsa. S.I. Morales, who was Deathstroke on Titans, is the villain. Mantis.
That's right.
Palm Clementieff, who is Mantis in the MCU. Looks like she's the female villain of this movie. Simon Pegg is back. Ving Rhames is getting them checks still. Do you want to take a minute to talk about the Ving Rhames Holiday Heart clip that I shared with you right after
Hey
seeing Doctor
man,
Strange.
anybody that's watching this Holiday Heart, watch along with just me by myself because Davis don't want to do it. It's coming on the DVD. Van, if you want to do that, we can do that as well. You want
You
to talk
and
about Holiday
I
Heart?
think you and Amp should do it, or you and Joe should do it.
We're gonna
You and
get
B,
canceled.
you and B Dot.
Bruh, wrong. Oh, that's the real wrong person to talk about it with. Me and
I
B
think
Dot.
I think maybe you,
My
me,
uncle
B
is a
Dot,
man now.
Joe, Amp, and Van. And
My
that's
auntie
like
is a man
somehow
now.
that has to be like a real Justice League reuniting person to like watch Holiday Heart and like not say anything the whole
No, but
time. Just be like
if it's me and Dot talk about Holiday Heart,
the
there's
one
no
that you
more
say like
BBD
you gotta
pod.
take care of your children, Wanda. What do you say?
Boy,
There's
you
a
thought I was gonna
miss.
talk trash about him doing the Arby's commercials. If I watched that with somebody else,
Hattie Shaw, aka Vanessa Kirby, is back as the White Widow, which is like every man on Twitter's weakness.
just you and Josh.
But as you see, right, so there's this scene. Tom Cruise showed up to act on this day. Look at him. He's like him on
That's
horseback.
fire.
Or
Yeah. That's what caught me. They out there in the Lawrence of Arabia, Prince of Persia joint.
where I follow. And you just said we ain't gonna get canceled. You just say like,
Arabian Nights.
oh, not the. I thought you were gonna do the Muhammad Hassan thing. I'm like, hey. Oh god, we're gonna get canceled for real, but it's all right. But no, I follow
It's
Chris
all right.
McQuarrie on. I follow Chris McQuarrie on Instagram, and he will show photos of him on the set. And I've seen that he's teased like again this Lawrence of Arabia element to this movie. That's why I'm like, what the fuck are they doing with this movie? Like literally, what the fuck are they doing? He also wears an eye patch in the scene. Again, this car chase in Italy looks insane. He's driving a car with no doors, which I think is like a Tom Cruise thing to be, where he's like, you know what? What if it's a car chase with no doors on the car? And they're like, brilliant, Tom. He's like, thank you.
You think he improv a lot of that stuff too?
No, so like I said earlier, Chris McQuarrie has said on podcast that like he sees what Fast and Furious, James Bond, the MCU does, and he's like, I have to compete with that with these movies. But the cheat code I have in a way, or like how I can be somewhat better than them, is that I have Tom Cruise willing to do all this stuff himself. Like Tom Cruise flies the helicopter in Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no offense, but like Chris Evans ain't jumping out of the fucking plane in the Winter Soldier to dive into the ocean, and he shouldn't because he'd be fucking dead.
Okay, so we doing scene by scene because you know what I want to talk about, that end part.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm just like
That cliff.
Well, that's what I'm getting. Like, we get some scenes of him and Rebecca, him and Elsie. This is why I'm almost like, is this a finished trailer? Because this kind of seems like some behind the scenes stuff.
That's is that when he cut the promo? When he had that big ass mask on?
Oh yeah, Shea Wiggum is in this movie. He's the guy who Paul Walker breaks his nose in the Fast and Furious franchise. That's him.
Yeah.
He's in this. I said they fight on top of a train. I think that's Danny Houston who's back. I mean, not who's back, but like he was William Stryker in Wolverine Origins. Yeah, this, like I said, this shit's just insane. And they like, I mean, they're having a knife sword fight. Tom Cruise is running again. This man can't stop. He's just this man.
Nah, he was booking it.
He is running. Again,
that's when I was like, damn, bro. But my thing is, he be doing that in church shoes. He be gone.
Well, because he has to wear his 6-inch list because he's 5'7". Yeah.
But he be going like he got the real Chad Johnson. He with this way with it.
Here's what we're alluding to. So this is just the tease of what the big stunt was. Because remember, you and I would share videos of like the making of this movie where like and we're about to see it coming up in the trailer. We're like, they send a legit train off a fucking building, not a building, a cliff. Like right here, I just passed it.
Okay, let me get to that as well because I got about the.
But look at this. They're fighting on a train, and then that was real. And then look, he's running. He's just running in the real world, and then he's just like, dun dun dun.
This was crazy.
Can
Like,
you
bro,
take me higher?
and that's him doing it. But him running down that path, like, bro, I want to know his training regimen. Like, yo,
It's
he could
just
probably run
running.
a 5K with ease. Cause he
I've
be
always said like I always said like let's get this man a 40 time like a 40-yard dash. Let's see what he can. And he does it in a tuxedo. He does it like in a suit, like a
that's what
full
I'm
suit.
saying, bro. I would have to switch because I swear easy. I'd be like Pat Ewing, hey yo, give me another throwaway suit. Let me rip this one off. Pass me the other one.
The only person who I thought could give him a run for his money was in Creed 2 when Michael B. Jordan as Adonis trains for the second fight with Drago. He runs and like the car is behind him. And
Yeah.
like he's supposed to like, and I'm like, shit, Michael B. Jordan was like running that day. I bet like they should have done like a side by side with him and Tom Cruise because he was just like, and I think he has that mindset too because he had that mindset of like fuck Jake Gyllenhaal when Jake Gyllenhaal made Southpaw. He's like, I got in way better shape and I'm a way better boxer than Jake Gyllenhaal was. And I'm like, damn.
How many miles you think you could run?
Oh fuck. Now I can't because I got no knees.
I thought I didn't until I ran 10 miles one day.
You saying we should set up Matt Damon, Tom Cruise?
I thought you about to say me against Math. That's light work. But Math against Tom Cruise, he ain't gonna make it. Math, he's fat.
But no, I mean like this man.
Can I bring this up as well? Give me 1 second. It's
Go ahead.
about the controversy in Polish with the bridge. You seen this? Did you know about this?
Mm-mm.
Can you read this, or do you need me to zoom in?
What did they actually like blow up a bridge on accident or like crash into it?
They're supposed to, but it's like a national landmark,
Eh.
so they couldn't do it. But this is related to the train as well.
Yeah, again, like I'm like, what do you do with that train now? And the crazy thing is like that train didn't explode like how you think it would explode in the movies. Like it just like fell down and was like, well, looks like we got to use a fucking crane to lift this shit up again.
That might have been most of the budget. You know, the budget is $250 million, right?
For this one.
Yeah, for this part one.
Yeah, so they probably spent 500 million total.
Do you think they get it back?
I was just about to say the last one, Fallout, was the first time it reached over 800, I believe, which is why Chris McQuarrie said, I can't make my own movies until at least I can make a $1 billion movie.
Right.
But even then, they still won't give me credit because it was a $1 billion movie based off a franchise that starred Tom Cruise. That's what I mean. We're like, but this one, I think, so it's still crazy to me, and it's not like me throwing shade because like, oh, the Spider-Man No Way Home made $1 billion and the Batman didn't. Like, I'm still shocked the Batman didn't make $1 billion, especially after that first week when we were all like, this is probably really the best Batman movie ever made, or at least the second best. And it's not by much. I'm still shocked it didn't.
They messed up because they said it's coming to streaming. They shouldn't have just
even still. It's like you think you didn't see it sooner.
Not the
see what everyone's talking about.
You know me. I try not to sound right at all. I don't give a fuck about being right. I'm saying in this regard, I think because you told people, hey, in about a month or two it's gonna be on streaming. Okay, cool. I can stay home. I'm already paying $10 a month for this. Everybody broke. Nobody got no money. So let me stay home. Let me watch the bootleg. Then it's gonna be on stream.
And there was all the talk about the I don't want to sit in the theater for 3 hours, damn near 3 hours. Even though Spider-Man No Way Home was 2.5. And the last.
But you take the kid. You take your punk ass kids to go see.
Well, yeah, but the last movie that made us sit through 3 hours was Endgame.
Yeah. And it's Spider-Man, so the kids, it could work.
Well, I mean,
you may take your kids to see the Batman.
The real reason Spider-Man made $1 billion, even though even Far From Home made $1 billion. The real reason Spider-Man No Way Home made $1 billion with Omicron going on and the 2021 box office, which was shaky because COVID was still a big factor. It's that they had Andrew Garfield. Oh shit, sorry. That they had Andrew Garfield. They had Tobey Maguire coming. It wasn't until that opening weekend when it was finally confirmed that like these guys are in this movie for real. Come see this fucking movie to see 3 Spider-Man team up. that everyone had to go and see it right after. Whereas like the Batman, and people like me who are like, I don't know, this will be good, in both a positive and a negative sense. The positive sense at the end was like, I really hope this movie is good, but the whole time I'm like, not like me being anti DC, which I am in a way, but like, how are they just going to do so much in this movie? Because again, there was a lot that they left out of the movie, which is what we talked about on both pods that we did. The Batman, Something in the Way, with my dad and brother fam of Black Grass and the Worst Buffy. Check those out.
Absolutely.
When we did the initial review, and then when we did the commentary last 2 weeks ago with Van, is that there was so much in that movie that they showed us really only like 2 to 3 key scenes in those trailers. Again, the car chase, the Riddler killing scene, and him on the crime scene after that, and then like him and Catwoman. But yeah, I'm just shocked that didn't make $1 billion. But it's the first one. That means the second for sure will, because everyone is now hyped because the movie lived up to the expectations.
I think it exceeded expectations, to be honest.
Oh, true. But I'm saying like it making 750 is not small either. But now that everyone's like, Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson are coming back, we can trust these guys. It's for sure going to cross $1 billion. And the reason I think this is going to cross $1 billion is because everyone's, like I said, grown to love Mission Impossible now. Someone like me really didn't care in 2015 when Rogue Nation came out, but then I started rewatching them all a lot more before Fallout, and I was like, these are really like, this is like really the second best franchise in my opinion. Like, I've fallen out of favor with Star Wars. I'm not counting the MCU because that's its own juggernaut, but I'm like Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, and there could be some other ones. Like I'm a big Kingsman guy, and you've been on the record like you're not a big fan of Mission Impossible. Not like you say like it's bad. It's just like you like these movies, but they're not like your movies in a way.
Yeah, but we're gonna run it back, or I'm gonna run it back. But I think I got an idea for what we could do next summer.
Well, it's a shame that this movie again got postponed until next year because Paramount is like bleeding money, I imagine. Tom Cruise, I think it's said this week, like he didn't want Top Gun Maverick to come out on streaming. I forgot what his exact words were, but it's like, no shit, Tom. Like, you believe in the theater system, but I also believe like you have no idea what streaming is. Like, someone probably told Tom Cruise, like asked Tom Cruise what Paramount Plus is. He'd be like, what's that?
Right. No, he definitely got Betamax tapes. Like
he watches the original reel like on a projector, I bet.
Yeah, because besides being old, he's just a nerd. But that's what I was talking about. So Top Gun, let's say
that will make a lot of money.
You think so?
It'll at least make 500.
You think so?
There's one podcast in particular I listen to, The Big Picture, and they're all hyped for that movie. Again, it's been teased.
What's their age demographic though? That's what we always have to think about.
They're early to mid 40s, and one guy, and the producer who's hyped for it is like my age.
So besides the movie guys,
the thing of it being, if you grew up on Top Gun, again, if you grew up on Cruise, and the fact that it is again like 30 plus years after the first one.
That's what I'm saying. So for people that's like me and you, our age demographic are movie buffs. But for people that's just like 27 or above that love just Marvel movies, DC movies, etc. like that, can their attention span hold up enough to spend some money for a franchise?
It's the opposite. The people that are younger than 27, it's like, will they care about this?
I think even at 27 years old, except for you, because you're a movie buff. But I'm saying anybody that's not a movie buff, will they go see a 30-plus-year-old movie?
I think so, because they'll be like, this movie looks badass, and like, what else is out right now?
I don't know, because it's not the flashy lights. I mean, they got some action scenes. It's not the flashy lights. It's somebody that's been. When I mean this, I mean all due respect. It's somebody that's past his prime as far as Hollywood, and these kids not knowing who he is.
In a way, he's not, because Mission Impossible is what keeps him relevant. Again, the fight scene with him and Henry Cavill is on Twitter every week. This, like, when the actual trailer drops, it'll be a big deal because people will be able to see it in HD and all that now, and be like, this guy actually rode the motorcycle off this fucking cliff.
Yeah, but with that, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. So with that, I think people will just say, even if it's like some punk snot nosed kid, he probably be like, I don't know what Mission Impossible is, but this looks good. I don't know why a
Mhm.
19-year-old sounds like that in my head, but I'm just
No, no, in a
imagining.
way, I think they do, yeah, because it's like you see how many times people on Twitter are just like, "What's this or that?" Like what Jack Harlow had said about Brandy and Ray J, right? Like, how do
Don't
you
bring
not
him up.
know? No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like there are people like that who don't sometimes know the obvious, even
Yeah.
though like even though it might not be obvious to them, it's obvious to the people who follow it and all that. But like you would think some people would know, but like
Brandy said she was gonna bar him up. I said, shit, just get your keys, Brandy. Drive right to him. I bet he'd be scared of
hit
that
the
more than
nuts,
them
bud.
bars. Yeah.
I guess in that case they'd have to say "cuh." My bad.
No, 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 no. You got that right. Because Ray J, both of them is everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they cool with everybody. So yeah, that works too. You didn't mess up. Yeah, she got a car. He got the scooters. I forgot what Ray J scooters is
The
called.
scooters.
Yeah, the scooters. He got the.
We just got some scooters.
We don't sound like that. We don't sound
Yeah,
like
you
hippies.
just said that. You just said that.
What I say? How do I say
Scooters.
it? That I don't sound country. Do I sound like biscuits and gravy to you?
No, you said like we were driving some scooters.
All right, bro. You see how this been happening? This how I
The
knew
way
this was
like you
gonna be a
park your
fucked up year.
car, you ride your scooter. Like
This how I knew this was gonna be a fucked up year because everybody talking about the LA accent all of a sudden. But y'all
everyone's talking about
show
every accent. My girl's got an accent. I mean, our family from Baltimore's got definitely got an accent. I mean, we were in that
I
house
ain't
all
no,
weekend
I
like
can't do it no more. You're not no 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 no. I got it. I can't. Zale told me to chill. He didn't
I
tell me
said
to chill, but I'm
the
relaxed.
best thing about that weekend, no one has a better
I
no, I'm
can't.
saying no one has a better in-person reaction to like, did you just say that than Fam? The way Fam will look up like when he hears something like, it's phenomenal. Like on air, it's good. Just like how Cal always has going like math always, or like me
Hey
when I
man,
was something like when Fam does the
it was listen. The thing is with
because when
me,
me and Rock had said like LA Knight is like a hybrid of Stone Cold and The Rock on the mic in terms of, like that's what he wants to be. Fam had looked at us like, what the fuck did you just say? And Rock and I were like, no, that's what he's trying to go for. And Fam like, ain't no goddamn way is he The Rock and Stone Cold. I'm like, listen to him talk. That's what he wants to be. Is like, let me
doggone
talk to
way.
you.
You know, fam say doggone.
God dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There you go. Not the full way we say it, us mortals. Nah, yo, Rock being a fan of LA Knight or Max, whatever his name is. What's his new name? Max.
Max Dupree. Oh.
Yeah, but he looked like Tommy Vercetti from Vice City now.
Yeah, they should. That man, man, again, they fucking up everyone because him about his beard. Like, I mean, Elias looks way worse about his beard. But yeah,
He looked like a
no,
salmon, bro.
it's. I'm like, damn, they fucked you up. Like,
He got in the lab, he got swole, he got more cut, but he don't look. He
he
look
was
like
always
gum,
swole.
bro.
Was the thing was he was always swole, but it's like him without the beard. It's like, bro, like,
He looked
damn, they.
like the lobster man from SpongeBob. What's his name? Lenny the lobster or something.
Oh, Larry,
Yeah,
living
Larry the
like
lobster.
Larry.
He looks. I'm like, why you diesel and you pink, bro? Look, strong ass piece of bubble gum. Imagine Boo.
My, what if Tom Cruise?
Like Goku.
I mean, he probably really could
Yeah, because
because
he got a son he don't like.
yeah. I was about to say like I think he's someone who's like fatherhood. Nah,
Legit, he got a. How old is
the
his
way
son
like
now,
Goku's like I want to be the best fighter in the world is like how Tom Cruise like I want to be the best actor in the world. Like
bruh? How old is Tom Cruise son now?
20s, he's probably
Gunner.
my age. I think Connor.
Remember they
And
tried to
that's
say
the
that wasn't his legit kid.
no, it's legit. It's the son that him and Nicole Kidman adopted.
Mm-mm. Y'all
Oh, you're
can
saying it was
you
his?
can
You saying
fool them. You can fool the
it's
people who
his
are not paying
DNA?
attention. Dog, the kid looks just like him.
It don't look like him.
Shit. Hold on. Last time I seen him, he was DJing in some goddamn G in the jeans.
But
Everybody don't have
no,
it.
like I said, I'm just like psyched for this again. And
Zell
Top
number
Gun
3. I know you can grow a beard. Stop that.
again. I can't grow a beard. That's why. Like, but again, I have a face that at least that looks good, clean shaven in a way, because I have
Hey
that
man, I
boyish
ain't
charm.
lightning, brother. Lightning. I ain't co-signing that.
But no, I mean, again, I was kind of hoping that this would be attached to Top Gun Maverick, given that they're both Paramount and they're both Tom Cruise. But this trailer dropped out on this day. Just again, I had to do the trick. Let's go, let's go.
Oh shit. Connor Cruz look like that Prescott.
I was just about to say. I'm trying in my head. I'm trying to think of who would he look like. But Dak Prescott is good.
He look just like. Look,
No,
bro, this is kid, bro. Y'all can
I
fool
know
me. Come on, bro. That's his kid. I done seen this movie before.
You say he did the Michael Jackson?
No, that's his kid. You know what I mean? He was probably playing some Erica Badu one day. You feel me? He got busy. Like, yeah.
What if Tom Cruise had
Jamie
sex
Foxx
with
is my
Erica?
nigga.
But what if Tom Cruise had sex with Erica Badu? What do you think that would do to him?
I'd be pissed off
Why?
because when is it my turn,
Aren't you afraid of what will happen to you after?
bro?
Or do you want to have like the reincarnation, the second act of Banks?
I can't say what I want
No,
to
say
say.
it. Say it.
Hey man, listen. I made a lot of mistakes recently. How long ago? Off air.
No, I'm just saying, like you
And
want
it's the
to.
wrong time because you know what's going on. It's a world going on outside. No man is safe from.
I.
It's a shortage. It's a bunch of stuff going on.
Of what? A shortage of what? No, of what? You know what? There isn't a shortage of rubbers. I told y'all to get yours years ago. You did. And listen, they called me a man then. And I hate to say I'm right about that, but like I am. They were like, damn.
You use them?
I'll be using them soon.
See, you a coward. You ain't like Tom Cruise, bro. You don't do your own stunts. I do my own stunts.
No, you know,
Shouts out to
when I do my own stunts, I'm like, damn, I should do this all the time. Like,
Other Zell, he just like me. Anyhow, yeah, no, yeah. You see, that's what I'm saying. Ask Tom Cruise, do he use a rubber? I bet not. He probably don't.
I don't
If you
think
could,
I know Tom Cruise has sex like they had sex in Demolition Man. Where like the head, where like they have sex without touching each other. Remember, I guarantee that's how Tom. Yeah,
that's gonna be the future with the Oculus.
yeah, that's what we said with Keeks. Remember, like that. I guarantee Tom. That's how Tom Cruise is. That's why it's like him and Eyes Wide Shut was like so weird.
We going into deep waters. I'm gonna drive you to the deep waters for sure.
I'm gonna take you to the deep water, and I'm gonna drown you.
We,
I think like how I can only do Kodak Black's. I hope so. I can only do Finn Balor's like, I'm gonna take you to the deep water, and I'm gonna drown you. In terms like I can only do voices if I'm like doing one phrase.
bruh, if you jumping over cliffs, if you running 6 miles straight through with a suit on and some moccasins,
So again, like he can't have sex in because he has all that built in. Like he hasn't released.
all right, so
Right? No, aren't you right? Isn't
that's the whole it's a whole myth to that, especially the boxer myth that you don't do it, you know what I mean? So you can go in. Hey man, it's been plenty of times I've done that and I still go to work like 6 a.m. off 3 hours of sleep and I feel fine. That's all a myth, bro. But at the same time, yes, it does actually help even more. But anyhow, yeah, for real.
I definitely think that's Tom Cruise is like,
He just saving the Scientology juice.
yeah, like he waits until it's just like Now it's too far. I gotta stop. She's definitely like,
Yeah, hey. NEL Chakra said the same thing.
Who?
What's his name, bro? Y'all help me out. Antonio, you listen to his music. I think he NELE Chopper, something like that. Whatever his name is, bro. Yeah, it's him.
Oh,
Him and Kevin Gates said the same thing, so it might be true. Because
yeah. They definitely
NELE,
do the. I only go the step, like only going. I
Does
go
it-
90, you go 10. You don't go the full 100. That's Tom Cruise. Yeah,
shit, I go 100 all the way with everything I
yeah.
like, brother. I'm a shoot.
And what if that's also really like the way to like de-age is like he can't have sex? But I'm trying to think like no, because Lolo
Well,
Jones. Oh no, that's something different.
but, bro, shit, I want to look old then. Yeah, NELE Chopper, that's him. He
You say
said
you want.
you're not supposed to let your seeds go. Him and Kevin Gates, but also NEL Chakra just made some BBL cream. He said, "Women, y'all don't have to get surgery. I made cream."
That
Apparently,
just
he
like
got
enlarges it.
yeah
What is this
naturally.
like pin particles?
I don't know, but apparently he said also he sell breast milk too.
Can you like type that in the chat? Just to. You made
Breast
my day. That's some good breast milk. It's 100% Cambodian.
Yeah.
But no, it's like
So
a major. It's not major like fucking a Bull Durham one right there.
I thought you were about to say Major Pain.
No,
I'm
no,
about
no.
to say we could watch that movie.
Oh, I was saying my major pain. I was like, wait. Shh.
No. I'm talking about the movie, the only movie
No,
that mattered.
I'm saying in Bull Durham when he's like don't have sex if you're on a winning streak, and like her like the woman Susan Sarandon and Kevin Costner have a whole argument. He's like, listen, if you're playing good because you're having sex or you're not having sex, it doesn't matter. If you believe in it enough, you got to see it through. And again, like that mentality. Like, so if Tom Cruise thinks like I'm the reason I'm able to do all this is because I'm not having sex, then I believe he believes in shit like that.
This
Again,
the person that need to have a race if that's true.
But then Tom Cruise goes to bed in like the hyperbaric time chamber.
The LeBron joint.
Yeah.
Nah, this the real race. If both of them doing what you saying, because she is doing, but if Tom Cruise doing what you saying, as it's gonna be Superman versus the Flash. These motherfuckers,
you can never believe like those headlines, but when the headlines said like this man friend zoned her for 8 months, my whole thought was like, you didn't try to throw her out once, and he was like, no, I'm good tonight. Like really?
Apparently it's been a shoot with her for about I think 10 years now.
No, but I'm saying like if she's that desperate,
40,
like
so.
wouldn't you just be like, when I have sex with it, the dude's like, I don't really feel like if like you know what I mean? Then like something's obviously wrong with you. Like
nah, I think so with her, like you know what I mean, this is a shoot. Respect women and everything she believed in, and going in because she's very adamant about this. My main thing is he's stronger than most men because if he waited 8 months and he still ain't beat, has all the right to be like, all right, now this her body. I understand. Respect women, be consensual.
Oh yeah, no wonder. But she's only like, why can't I keep someone?
Yeah, but he stood around because the thing is she talked too much. This is how I knew social media was like a disease and people just always overly share. Because I remember she was the first person on Twitter like giving it all the way up. I said, baby, come on. You ain't got to tell everybody this. Like, if you want to be a virgin, I ain't knocking it. I wish I was like, you know what I mean, still
No, you don't.
not
No, you don't.
fruit. You know what I mean? Not fruit. But I wish I was still like I still wish I was a fresh apple on the tree.
What the fuck is going on? All right, now we're into the show because I mean now you're just like
I wish nobody picked me. Now I'm just a rotten little thing.
What the fuck? See what Tom Cruise has done to us now?
Hey, Tom Cruise, I'll stand with you, bro. Not in that way. Yo, I might get put on the Scientology hood.
I was about to say, watch you. I think legit you would blow up if you started following Scientology.
So I got a story, right? Antonio might know this. I don't know how many times he's been to Hollywood. So
no, you have told me before your experience of legit going to the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, I had to use the restroom, bro. Because in Hollywood, they got the only clean restrooms.
Yeah.
If you try to go, boy,
They're like,
it's
come in, brother, come in.
it was like, yeah, Shorty was kind of like that. Like because they always be outside recruiting, trying to put you on the
Yeah.
hood. It'd be like, hey, how you feeling today or something. It's a weird way they ask you. They just be like,
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah, it's weird. Like they kind of hit you with the. I respect it though. It's like a hustler. Like you want some crack?
Well,
They kind of do that to you
no,
ASAP,
because it's a hustle. That's what it is.
bruh. But I respect it because they come out the gate with the shit, bruh. They
They
come
have
out
these
straight with.
people believing in a rejected version of Star Wars. Like, come on.
Ron Hubbard trick y'all. Listen,
Yeah.
they come out the gate like Suzuki. Ah, like with the
Oh, Tom Cruise
questions.
versus Suzuki. I mean, even though Tom Cruise has not really been like a guy like that in hand-to-hand combat, like the last Mission Impossible movie was like the best fight scene we had ever had. But Tom Cruise, I mean, Suzuki's someone who's still doing that 50 something like Tom Cruise in a way. Like, damn,
But that crazy son bitch, he goes across the world and doing it. Like,
that
bro,
should
you just had a
should have been
flight.
the villain of Mission Impossible was Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, so you wanted to be a shoot.
him and Tom were like.
What are you
I
doing?
think Tom Cruise would be like, what the? And then like slap him back, and then Minoru Suzuki would,
Be like, yeah.
yeah.
He kept on saying, yeah.
Even though I don't think Minoru Suzuki can run, because you see him walk around the ring, he's kind of like, ow, ow, ow.
He got them little ass felines on too.
Yeah, he does have the Roddy Strong shitty little boots. Yeah,
Little ass shoes on, bro. I said,
but then he
damn, how
has
you be having
Tupac
no high
socks
water socks?
in
Yeah.
real life.
You got high water socks on with them little ass Zelda boots.
Tom Cruise and Tupac in a movie would have been dope. I think that would have been a real acting showcase too.
Oh shit. What if Tupac would have played the character that Jamie Foxx played?
And Collateral?
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's an
thinking.
Oscar winning movie.
No, I'm thinking. What if like Tupac had like done a scene in Mission? What if Tupac was Luther Stickle in Mission Impossible? Like, what if he was Ving Rhames' role? Like he was the
Nah.
hacker.
Because he would have been too over eccentric. Hey yo, these motherfuckers tripping.
No, he could play subtle in some ways. I mean,
Bro, have you seen Gridlock?
no, that's what's from the future Tupac movies I haven't seen. But don't forget,
Yeah, go ahead
in
and watch
Brother Rim,
Gridlock.
he's subtle. Then he just go, Chef
He's
gonna
a
come back.
fucking
He gonna
psychopath.
take care of me.
Yeah, because he's a psychopath and that in shoes.
Yeah.
Also, he was only like 21, which is still insane. If
Yeah,
that.
but
Shouts out to Scientology bathrooms, though.
but no, I mean this again.
Even though Shorty was waiting by the door.
Yeah, that I would expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that part. Everything. She was like right here. And
Yeah,
then
no,
when I tried to leave, all three of them like, hey, you come hit this machine real quick. The little attitude test machine.
Yeah.
You don't know about this. See, I got to put y'all on to it, man.
No, I know they have the fucking what's it called?
You definitely gonna fail. They definitely gonna put you on. They're gonna put you in the chamber ASAP. How you feeling today? I don't feel very well. Oh, motherfucker, come back here.
No, I'm gonna be like, get your fucking hands off me.
They know karate.
Uh,
Yo, how you even get a job working for them? I'm about to look into all this. I'm very much
no,
interested.
I mean, I thought about this earlier. Like I said, when I was listening off all the Tom Cruise movies, and The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise. The Palm when he said that.
Go ahead and say it. I got a movie.
So,
I got a movie. The Last Nigga on Earth. Star Tom Hanks. How about that?
what's wrong with Steve? Steve, that's a weird question coming from Stephen King. Well, people when he was like, do white people, they want to see white dentists? Do black people want to be buried by black undertakers? And Paul Mooney's just like, what the fuck did he just say? Like,
It doesn't matter. I ask you a question. Nigga, where are your teeth, nigga? The black man has style, though. The black man is the most copy person
what they say
on the
about
planet.
Mariah Carey? She dated a white man and went running right back.
This nigga here, Fam 79.
Where's
Where's Great podcast. The nigga just made me laugh. The nigga when he talks about Pusha T and Benny the Butcher, I laugh and I agree. That nigga was spitting. Go ahead, brother.
I think we might have to do 2023. What did Drake say in W Freestyle? It's gonna be a cruel summer for you. I think it's gonna be a cruel summer for y'all at the BVD pod next year. Might have in preparation, we might have to do 6 weeks of Mission Impossible, but probably 3 weeks before that of a cruise film of each of our choice. Why don't you pick like a fucking weird Tom Cruise movie?
Vanilla Sky. Oh yeah, for sure.
Is that your favorite? What is your favorite Tom Cruise movie? I don't think we discussed this when we talked about him previously. Non Mission Impossible related.
It's either Rain Man, Vanilla Sky, or Eyes Wide Shut.
Not bad.
It might be Rain Man because he legit, he was a fire brother. Like, hey man, I gotta hold him down. My brother is a genius, but let me hold him down.
I've only seen that movie once, and I was super young when I saw it. And it upset me then.
Kanye West is Rain Man, right?
All right, we ain't doing this right. I'm just thinking of Bob's Burgers. The toothpicks get knocked over. She's like, they're like, Tina, count the toothpicks. She's like, 23, and it's 3 toothpicks, Tina. It's just 3 toothpicks right there.
Hey, I wish I was out there so me and Pops could see the movie.
She's like, you're the wrong kind. You're the stupid kind of autism or whatever they said. I was like, oh God.
Bro, you trying to get this whole
they say that on Bob's Burgers.
Strike.
They say that on Bob's Burgers.
I know, but this your third. You done said the joint earlier twice.
Oh,
God. Hey, bro, if this get taken down, I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't mad at you.
My favorite Tom Cruise movie that isn't Mission Impossible related has to probably be Jerry Maguire. I've talked about it before, but again, that's when he acts. Again, that's when he like tries to play what he thinks would be like a real human being. And again, he's a sports agent, which is a job I would have wanted in a alternate universe. Earth 824. Not because I gotta go to law school and all that, but Earth 824 Davis definitely is like fucking Drew Rosenhaus or Scott Boras.
I got an idea. I'm only managing talent. Only fans models that want to be basketball players. I'm gonna get them in the WNBA. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Are you Gilbert Arenas? Is that what? Are you two starting this venture together?
No, I'm not a weirdo like him.
Oh yeah, because he's from the fucking valley. I forgot.
There you go. And I used to see him at the gym all the time. Fucking eyes be like this. I'm like, bro, you in the gym? It ain't even that bright out here, big fella. Why you?
But in Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise literally says, he says, "I don't know what it's like to be a black person. I am Mr. Black People." Like, and the show me the money. He does fine.
What did I say?
Eyes Wide Shut is a movie I've only seen once too. And that movie's again like, whoa.
You gotta watch that with the lights on, brother, or during the day. I said, what type of freaky? Hey, you know what quote I've been thinking all week, and I'm trying to remember where you said. I think it was from Jay LaRosa. Did that dude just did that?
Oh, that's the John Starks from the 30 for 30. Yeah, this dude just did this.
That's what I think about with Eyes Wide Shut and them parties, bro.
But those parties exist. You've been to one.
No, I have the fuck not. My ass is protected, sir.
Is a good choice. What was the other one you said?
Will Smith was at the party.
Oh, Vanilla Sky. I've only seen Vanilla Sky once too. And Vanilla Sky is him and Cameron Crowe, who did Jerry Maguire. Teaming up. Collateral, I haven't seen much of it, but Collateral, that was a weird choice because he dyed his hair and was like basically as close as he was playing. The closest he was to playing a villain in a movie was Collateral.
Oh shit, the multiverse is real. I just said something about Will Smith and his best friend was in that movie.
Oh,
says enemy. Yo, that's really his Lord Sidious, and he Darth Vader.
Jamie Foxx?
No, Jada.
Oh yeah. She's
no. I'm sorry, Emperor Palpatine. That's his Emperor Palpatine, and he Lord Vader.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise again. We'll be doing a cruise summer 2023.
Cruise. Don't mind me, fucking hat. I gotta get some more hats, bro.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I got the Kevin Feige hat on.
Yeah, we need you to get. We need an official spot. An official spot. I'm like, I can't even talk right now. An official.
I feel like I got CT right now.
Hat sponsor for you. I tried to get residency, but I don't think that was working out. But we'll find a way.
What hat? What would I get on my hat? The banks are open.
You just need a different hat. That would have like a different thing to it, like how Kevin Feige had like the Black Widow hat, the Blade hat, like the Captain Marvel hat. You just need something like that, but like whatever your interest would be.
The only gear I really want, besides some DC shoes, some more Vans, some New Balances. I'm very serious too. Besides those, I want some Where's Buffy gear.
The man told you there's like 2 of 2s, 1s and 1s. Like,
How many?
I didn't say it like that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But
All right.
otherwise than that, nah, I'm telling everybody. So yeah, I think on the BVD pod, I'm just gonna start wearing. Well, obviously y'all can't see my feet, but I think when I get some new shoes, I'm about to just start wearing. I can do that as well. BVD OnlyFans. It's gonna be me just showing feet. I can do that if need be. Is he frozen? I think so. Did it freeze? It legit froze.
No, I just stood. I just was that still. Yeah.
No, ain't no damn way, boy. That
Yeah.
freaked me out. I told you. So before we came on air, right?
Again, I
lights
can't
went off.
act, but I can react. Like, I can't read lines and like. I can again. That's why I'm good for podcasts. Like, I couldn't be an actor, like Tom Cruise.
I think I'm about to. What was Birdman? Not Birdman. I'm tripping. What was Tony Hawk's? The other Birdman. What was Tony Hawk's like?
I'm like, what happened to that boy? Like that Birdman or Chris
You
Angel?
don't know nothing about that Sage. You don't know nothing about that. I had some of them Birdman lugs. No, what was the Tony Hawk shoes?
Oh, Birdhouse.
I wonder if I can.
Well, that's his brand. I don't remember what his shoes. Yeah, they would have been Birdhouse shoes. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm about to do that.
Oh no! He wore shit. No! I can't remember.
Not the AV.
No, I know.
Or whatever.
4-star, maybe. It might have been that. Big Mike got me those. It might have been 4-star or Etnies.
Yeah, I think it was that. Hold on.
Well, 4-star, I think, is also another skate shoe brand.
Because he had a sponsorship deal at first.
I think it was an Etnies guy, and then he created his own shoe line too to go with his skateboarding company. But
because Aeropostale, I thought he had a deal with them for a minute.
Aeropostale, no.
Hey, these shorts, hold on, man! I'm about to get me some Tony Hawk shorts this summer.
Cargo shorts.
Yeah, these motherfuckers heat. Look, hold on, y'all. I'm about to come out here with like John Cena.
I was about to say, is the reason the two goat white people is because they wore cargo shorts for a living?
Look at this shit. This shit fire. Hold on, I'm about to get me a pair, bro.
Still rock my khakis with a cuff in the crease.
Yeah, still. I'm about to come out, man. I'm about to be out in Brooklyn next month, boy. Legs out with some Tony Hawk shoes, man. All right, bet I got me a fit already, and a white tee.
All right, so you're basically saying you're an odd future.
Yeah, hey, it's been 10 years. Look at these mother clean, boy. Hold on, I'm about to get me a pair. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Y'all gonna see me? That's when I'm gonna start taking pictures. I hate taking pictures, boy. I'm about to step out on some of these. Look. Yeah.
Those are the ties.
And they only 40. Man, y'all can have y'all little Nikes, bro. Y'all can have y'all little Nike shoes and all that.
Yeah,
y'all
you sound 800 years old right now.
I'm gonna be comfortable though. I bet you I'll be comfortable. Look at this.
So you're getting a jump on billionaire fashion.
Exactly, because my idea is when I get some money, I'm about to start dressing like Adam Sandler. You motherfucker clean, boy. Hold on, yeah. I know what I'm about to do. I'm about to be out. When that Adam Sandler movie come out again next month?
Oh, the basketball movie.
Well, Willie Hernandez,
Juan Hernan Gomez. Yeah,
bro, he don't get no minutes on the Nuggets, and they gave him a movie.
That's why they picked him.
Look what Antonio said. Facts.
But yeah, again, real quick. So before we wrap up, July 14th, 2023 is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. The budget on Wikipedia, again, we don't know if it's accurate, is $290 million.
Oh, that's 40 more than what I saw on Wikipedia.
And no, I'm on Wikipedia right now.
They said 250, or I'm probably misread.
Yeah. Like I said, Simon Pegg is back. being Rames, Rebecca Ferguson, Haley Atwell, it joined. But yeah, and then the sequel Part 2, Dead Reckoning Part 2, will be June 28th, 2024. God, that's 2 years from now.
Bro, we were supposed to have both movies like right now.
We're supposed to that again. That's the shitty part of this week. Like, I'm gonna legit be psyched to see Top Gun Friday because I'm gonna have a shitty week at work. I can already foresee that. But like,
Who has a good day at work?
I've had good days at work.
Really?
Something, or just like nothing happens. It's like there were some. My job during the start of COVID is sucks to say it, but like was pretty dope because I was at the top of the warehouse by myself, just listening to podcasts and like doing work slowly. Like, yeah.
But you had that dude that was smacking your ass.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
How? What step ladder?
With Tom Cruise's 6-inch lifts. This man is a short man. Tom Cruise, short king summer. That's how we're kicking it off this year with Top Gun Maverick. That's how we're gonna kick it off again next year. Tom Cruise, Tom Holland got to do something together too.
Antonio and you. Yo, that's a nasty faction. The short man.
Antonio as well.
The 4 ponies of the apocalypse.
Right here. You're looking at
the little figures gonna come out like
greatest short men in history.
You definitely Tom Cruise is Ric Flair.
But you know what happened? Tom Cruise would be like, I don't need y'all. Like how he didn't need Jeremy Renner. He didn't need Emilio Estevez, who was also a short king. He kicked him off Mission. I mean, well, he did kick him off. Like Emilio Estevez's character dies right away in Mission Impossible because the whole conceit of Mission Impossible is like Tom. No, like the whole thing, like Mission Impossible was a team movie, but Tom Cruise is like, what if I'm just the team? And then they were like, Then I honestly,
that's true.
Yeah, the enforcer.
Yeah, man, 5'5". So that's about.
Because I'm definitely Ric Flair. Again.
And I'm not slighting short people. You feel me? The OG is short. I ain't slighting short people.
Again, Tom Cruise that's the thing. I mean, if Tom Cruise would just admit that he's a short man instead of having his Napoleon complex. Because if you watch something like Top Gun, the original, they try so hard to hide the fact that he's shorter than everyone else on that set. Like Val Kilmer's at a distance. Anthony Edwards, they shoot like Tom Cruise is kind of like behind him at times. So it's like Tom Cruise looks like they're the same height. They have people slouched down. The trickery in Top Gun, which is one of the most homoerotic movies of all time, but still phenomenal movie. Again, I'm like, again,
you keep messing up with these words.
It's a fact. It's a movie.
I know, but you know what era we in. I don't care. This is me that's been saying all week. My auntie is a man now.
I'm looking at this one like, these two guys should just kiss already. Like, come on. Just like I always said, like, at some point in like Endgame, mainly in Infinity War, like Cap should have just grabbed Bucky and kissed him. Like when they showed up to Wakanda, he should have just been like,
no, that's just his bro. That's his bro. You ain't got no best friend. You be like, bro, I love you.
Yeah, come on.
It's like Marcus and Mike Lowry.
But the reason why they can like at least we know he was with Teresa Randall. Don't forget that Cap never got
this man be saying shoot names is hilarious.
Okay, well, I mean, what's your name? She's Teresa in the movie. So I mean,
yeah, but you be saying the full name because you a nasty man.
Because you mentioned the phone, like, so I watch the movie Teresa.
Hey, I'm off the phone with her. I'm playing. Stop playing.
She hung up. She hung up. Oh, Mike, put it back in. Put it back in, Mike. He's like, what?
That man wrestled him into a pool, bro.
He was almost gonna drown this man until he realized. What's best is like, look at them, they're killing each other.
Hey, Mark was fighting out that damn pool though. He was.
I said, I'm Mike
Lowry. DC legend. Shouts out to Mark Lawrence.
No, I mean, again, I'm so thinking this made my day so much better watching this trailer. Like I'm gonna rewatch. I'm just gonna have it on a loop the rest of the night.
You
Like,
see, he's smitten,
I'm,
y'all, because
I'm
he just
praising to. There are two gods I believe in: the sixth god and the Scientology god Tom Cruise. Because Tom Cruise, like I said,
the
is
Scientology god. All right.
this man legit is like a psychopath. We cannot overstate that enough. But fuck God, is he fucking good at making movies or what?
So essentially, he you.
I wish.
No, you a psychopath too. You got a vendetta against people, and somebody from another pod that's our brother. He said, "All right, bro."
I always, I mean,
I had to tell him like, bro, that's why I love one of the reasons why I love Davis. When this I don't fuck with you, it's really I don't fuck with you. I wish I could
yeah,
be that way in life. Like if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. With
it's
me,
like the
I have a
Irish
little
thing of
sympathy
like
for people.
holding a grudge. It's like the Irish, like, our whole, like, they won't do nothing about it. They'll just be angry. Like,
Yeah, cause you hold I'm like, bro, if you don't let this shit go,
mm,
I be telling you all the time, let shit go, bro.
mm. You
And I used
try
to
to kill
be.
my father. No, that's
Say
why I
words,
can't.
son. Say
That's
words,
why.
son.
That's why I can't. Because I'm like, mm-mm, no.
Yeah, bro. Like with me, I have a little sympathy. You feel me?
It's
I'll be
again,
like, all right, bro.
and you know what? If Fam's still here, that's why I want to talk to Diz about Godfather Part II being better than the first one. So I want you to be there too. In a way, it's like, don't forget what does Connie do? Oh, Michael, please leave Fred. He's so nice. He won't hurt anyone. And Mike Corleone's just like, this man tried to have me kill my own brother. Like, what would Job say? My own brother, Michael. My own brother. Michael Bush, my own brother. Like, Michael Corleone's like, this man tried to kill me in my home where my wife sleeps. Like,
I justify it though. Even though I wouldn't do that to my own brother, blood or non-blood related. Like, bruh.
again, that man holds a grudge. He's like, when my mother dies, this man will die. And then he has a
Hey.
good scene when he has his heart attack. Like, Fredo! Al Pacino was acting that. Oh god, we just gotta one day we just gotta put a YouTube playlist together of like acting scenes
Oh,
and
that's
just
easy.
watch it. Yeah,
That takes like a second.
because that's after he had done the just when I think if they pull me, and Andy Garcia just like leaves angrily, and he's just like,
But see, the thing is, when you go to Where's Buffy, they gonna ask you like who won the record, right? You seen the show. When
well,
they
we know we
ask
talk
you,
about who won the movie, and obviously
yeah.
it's Al fucking Pacino.
But if they do ask you about who won the record and they ask you about Sky Zoos and Pete Rock's Eastern
No.
Conference All
Fam
Stars,
again.
who you gonna
Fam.
pick?
No, again, Fam's a good quarterback. He knows what the players can do and can't do. He ain't
Oh
gonna
no, I
toss
know
me
he
into what?
definitely good at it because this one episode, I'll tell you off air.
Yeah,
Funniest,
because
one of the funniest goddamn things I've seen in my life.
yeah.
The silence, and all you hear Diz say is he say his shoot name, quarterback this shit.
You know what? Now we gotta wrap up right now. We gotta wrap because I gotta tell you something off there. But when you know what? When I had saw his real name one time, I was like, I did not expect it to be what it was. But I don't remember it is the thing. I don't remember. But I remember seeing I'm like, is that his name? And Pam's like, yep. And I'm like, but I can't remember it now.
That's why I call him Old Head. That's an old name.
But Diz, him and I, we gotta talk Godfather Part II, and how obviously the Godfather Part II is better. Even though it's problematic when she's like, when she's like, it was an abortion, Michael. I had a son and I killed him. You Minoru Suzuki. How does that mean? All right.
He potatoed her.
You want to go to Vegas with your wife and your mistress? And then Robert Duvall is just like, where do you hurt me, Michael? I've always been loyal to you. You have the need to wipe out everyone, and he says the greatest thing of all time is like, I don't have to feel, which is what I relate to. Like, I don't feel the need to wipe out everyone, Tom. Just my enemies.
No, we definitely gonna talk
See?
about this.
Again,
he was bogus to him though, because he was like, that's his pop's man's.
It's
And he
the brother. It's the man who's supposed to be his brother, but he was never his brother to him. He was more.
That's his OG. If we being honest, that's more so his OG.
Well, he's more of a brother to Sonny, like how Fredo was more of a brother to Michael.
But that's because, you know what I mean, Sonny wasn't Sonny is Sonny. So it's just the whole thing. Like he had to have somebody look over him because Mike was out here going to the military. He got a
Mhm.
girl. Sonny can't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He can't keep one on him. He be fumbling it with the hose.
No,
So,
he's just like he's future. He's like I want them all. Like
but that's not Mike's fault. Mike out here,
the
you
Mike
know he's
didn't
gonna
want
be
the
the heir
life.
apparent. Yeah, I can't wait
That's
to have
why.
this conversation.
See
But
what I
nah,
mean?
he
Like
can't talk to his
that's
OG like that though. You can't talk to your OG. Like, why you doing that to me, bro? Like, I don't want held. I held down the whole family, bro. Me and your pops go back.
because he's responsible for Kate giving up the baby. That's why. Even though they never say that, there's a good interpretation by Brian Koppelman on the rewatchables where they talk about the Godfather Part II, where he's like, in that time, a woman couldn't just go get an abortion by herself, and like in the way they were had heightened security at the compound, she had to leave with someone, and the only way she could probably leave the compound is she was with him. And then again, like you said, like he should respect Tom in a way, but they have the great scene at the end, which is probably one of the greatest scenes of all time, when where they act like it's a flashback. Well, it's a flashback, but they act like it was filmed in the first one when Mike says, I joined the army," and they're all
Mhm.
pissed, and then
At
Tom's
the
like,
table, right?
"Yeah."
Yeah.
Sonny's the one who's pissed the most, and Fredo's like, "Hey, good on you, Mike," and then Tom's like, "What about your future?" He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "The future that your father and I have planned for you," and Mike's like, "My father and you planned my future," and he's like,
I
and that's
don't
when he
want
gets,
your lie.
yeah, it's the better version of "I don't want your life," because he's realized like these people expect me to be someone else, and I don't want to be that. Again, they want him to be a lawyer, a senator. He wants to be him,
Yeah.
and then he sits there all alone smoking a cigarette because he again like
That was
again
fire though.
another
That's probably the moment,
big.
my favorite moment of clarity from any movie.
Mhm.
He's like, damn, I done fucked up.
And then it fades to which is my favorite image of all time when he's just sitting there like this because he's reminiscing, and then again like all this is because he was all along the like the chosen son, but like which is why I always love stories like that of like this is supposed to be yours, but I don't want it.
Right.
Um, but
But that
yeah,
shit is great because he thinking like, damn, I fucked up.
no, it's not that I fucked up. He's just in like imagine if he had just gone along with the plans. Like they probably want to be in this whole situation. I don't think he thinks about it, like who knows. I mean, we'll talk about it in another time, hopefully. But we're way
Yeah.
off topic now from Dead Reckoning Part One, which is Dead Reckoning. We didn't even like that's still a weird name. When they went from like Mission Impossible, and then they did MI2, which you got to do after T2. You always have to do like even so. The best name to a sequel we said
Mhm.
then when we did Fast Summer was Too Fast, Too Furious. Just for them to fucking think about that was legit like genius in the writers' room when they came up with Too Fast, Too Furious.
Mhm.
Um, then they did Mission Impossible 3, MI3, and Ghost Protocol is like, it's we're under Ghost Protocol, and then Rogue Nation's like it's a rogue nation of spies, and then Fallout's like nuclear fallout and the fallout of his actions, which is said in the trailer. But then Dead Reckoning is like you kind of hint at like what they've teased the last few times about him going rogue, him being kind of this lone wolf savior, even though he's got this team with him. They'll just like weave it in like how they always. There's that good Family Guy scene when they say the title of the movie within the movie.
Yeah.
When they say dead when they'll say Dead Reckoning in this movie, it'll be an interesting thing of like you're like a dead reckoning, like or you're reckoning with the
Roadhouse.
dead. Yeah, I mean,
Roundhouse.
house,
That too.
house, roadhouse.
That too.
Um, but let's wrap it up because we'll be back at this tomorrow. This went way longer than I thought it would, but that's what happens when you and I get in the flow of a match. We start calling spots in 15 more minutes. Come
And that's called hard work, dedication, kids.
on. But where can people find you, Banks, on social media?
Boy, I thought Floyd went to sleep. I was about to say, at iamnotbanks on Twitter and IG if you want to be a weirdo and follow me there. I don't post much. Uh Otherwise, net more importantly at the BVD pod on Twitter. Banks versus Davis on YouTube. If you're here already watching live on YouTube, thank you for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Trying to get it up to 200 followers by I said June 21st, so we only 9 away. So if you can get us to 200 before then, that'd be super. Otherwise than that, at the
Okay,
BBD
I gotta
block on
watch it when
Twitter.
you start doing a list. I gotta start watching it. Get the
What you mean?
What do you know about that saying? That's still the best thing because he like screamed. I say it all the time. He screams at her like, "Oh!" Like he just dunked on someone, but he did.
Hey,
Uh,
what you know about that saying? What you know
and then
about that?
did you see what happened apparently to her at the golf tournament where like she took a golf ball to the face and like fucked her up?
That's the ancestors, as they would say on Twitter.
You think they did like in Space Jam where they used the magnet like?
Nah, I don't know. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
It
She's
is
got
alive.
I won't say she got a receipt because of that. I ain't one of these stupid ass Twitter people, but I will say that's unfortunate. I will say, never mind.
You're like The Rock and the other guys. No comment. But yes.
Yes. Nah. I mean, I don't want nobody to get hit in the face with a golf ball because that might really hurt. Or with a baseball.
Oh no, yeah. It's my fault, but also the dude was walking in front of me when he shouldn't have, and I just like hit it, and it went right in his back.
Bruh.
And this kid, he was like probably 14.
That's not a guy. That's a kid. You could have got sued.
I was 17. No, I was 18. Yeah, I just turned 18. Yeah.
Did he try to run your fade? I would have tried to run your fade.
Nah. That had been me. I would have sold that shit like Dolph Ziggler, and I would have done the Kurt Angle. My leg has been one way.
Oh no, he would have hit me. I would have did a front flip.
You do the Shawn Michaels like
the Coyote Coyote. I'll oversell that shit.
You can follow me on Twitter at Davis aka Drip. We'll be talking about Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible and Top Gun Maverick for the next week and a half. Instagram is daviscoltondc. Like Banks said, YouTube is Banks versus Davis. We are watching us right now. See us tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern, I imagine, with like I said, Mimi Shells, Real Wrestling Chic to talk Winning Time and favorite HBO shows as well. That's an interesting wrinkle we're adding because Mimi is currently rewatching Game of Thrones. And the spin-off series is coming up, but also like what will we talk about? What will we be talking? No, I ain't watching that shit. But I'm just like, what will you and I be watching on HBO Max, our official, unofficial sponsor?
I watched the Boondocks on HBO Max.
No, I'm saying what new series? What we'll be talking about because we did Peacemaker, we briefly did Euphoria, and we did Waiting Time. And I don't think there's a series that they have else this year. I mean, I gotta watch this season of Barry.
When is Harley Quinn coming back? That's what I want to know.
Sometime soon, I think.
Hey, management at BBD. I'm at BBD.
We are management at BBD. You're talking to ourselves.
We everything. We A&R. We the bookers. We everything.
I am the manager.
What's up? No, you out of here. Get the Hey, listen. So HBO Max, besides sending us our check, because I think it's due by now, so you can go ahead and cash app that to me. And then
I mean, when they send us our check, they're also sending us a cease and desist for the logos.
Hey, 6 figures, I'll leave.
Shouts to Kalijah KB.
You would have said his whole name. God damn.
What do you mean? I just said he's known by both.
I don't know about the first one.
Isn't it on his Well, my bad. I think it's been said.
I think it is actually. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Everybody.
You act like I'm saying your name.
I don't give. You can say my name. I don't give. Pause.
Say my name. Oh, that was such a good match.